Okay, hello, hi. So welcome. I am EBINOTTI. Welcome to EBINOTTI Beauty, our beauty space. Today we are going to be showing you this lovely look that I did using the Essence mini palettes. How adorable. I picked up 2 of them. How adorable are these palettes? I'm so excited to show these to you today. You'll definitely be seeing more of these in upcoming videos. We used the Dancing Green palette today to create this gorgeous look. I can't wait to show it to you. There are so many exciting products. There's a lot of Wet n Wild, a lot of Essence, very affordable from the drugstore, completely a drugstore look, if you can believe it. So I'm all about the fall makeup. I love the earth tones. I love the sort of rustic reds and oranges and stuff like that. But sometimes I like to step outside of that box and do something like green. We're going to play with blues soon. So very excited for that. Before we get into that Ice Baby winter vibes, I'm going to show you guys a whole bunch more fall stuff. So please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the video at any point. It really helps me out here. You can check me out on Instagram as well at EBINOTTIbeauty. Go check out EBINOTTIofficial here on YouTube if you guys want to see some of the other stuff I do, including free general tarot readings. I do them for the new moon and the full moon, so that's lots of fun if you guys want to see where we're at in the collective. So I hope you enjoy this one, and I will see you in the tutorial. Let's make sure we're centered. We're centered. Okay, welcome. Hi. Coffee. In terms of primers right now, I'm really loving serums over like the silicone ones, or anything like that. What was the old primer I used to use? Oh yeah, it was the Nivea Aftershave Balm, the men's one. I'm sure I have one somewhere in my collection. Maybe we'll dig that out. I love hydrating primers right now, so we're just gonna rub this all in, all over the face. I got some new palettes from Essence that I'm excited about trying today. So I'll show you those in a second. I have them right in front of me. Primers are definitely worth it, even like if you've never tried them. Oh my god, I totally recommend getting a really affordable primer because there are some awesome ones out there, and just giving it a go. It's so worth it. I never thought it was in the beginning until I tried them, and then I never went back. For foundation, I'm going to use Wet n Wild as well and pair them together. I love the way these pair together. I'm using 2 different colors, the color Soft Ivory and Soft Beige. A little bit more of the Soft Ivory than I did on my last tutorial, because I'd like to be, I'm kind of going with like a bit more of like a paler look today. So we're going to start with this color this time. And I'm just going to layer it into the places that I'll be concealing later and using my concealer as a highlighter. And then going in with Soft Beige, the darker color, or the more tanned color. I'm using quite a bit of this today. It is, I'd say, medium to full coverage, but like a buildable full coverage, so you don't get that cakey effect. And then just blending that in with a sponge. I'm gonna start with my cheeks, like I do, just to start mixing those colors together. And then I like to go over my nose and bring some of that brightness, pow, right into the center of the face. And really just having some patience, taking your time with blending out your foundation so it doesn't look cakey or anything like that. This is the Wet n Wild. We're on a theme here. The Wet n Wild makeup stick. It's the contour one in the shade Where's Walnut. I really needed a deep breath. Sorry if I'm like stressing you guys out by not breathing when I speak. Does that ever happen to you watching YouTube? You get like stressed out because the person won't like take a breath and you're like trying to like take one for them or something. Does that ever happen to you? This is me. This is me, huh? Okay, so just putting this in all the usual places. I'm gonna do a little bit under, that's a lot, but I'm gonna do some under the lip today, and then on the chin, like I usually do. Add a little bit more to the cheekbone. Using one of my brushes today from the BH Cosmetics collection set, sorry. So this is just a standard sort of BH Cosmetics set that you can buy on their website, especially if you're Canadian, like, and you ever tried to buy Morphine, you were just like, damn, like that duty will get you. Let's blend out our contour in Fast Mo. If you're really struggling with your cream contour, you might be applying too much product, or you might be using a product that sets down before you get a chance to get to it. The reason I draw out the whole face is because I know this product really well and I'm comfortable with it. But if this was, let's say, a testing, like if I was testing out a cream contour for the first time, I would go, you know, section by section and blend it before I just fucking drew my whole face out, okay? It's really cute when they do that in videos and stuff, but I promise you those girls know the products that they're using. This Wet n Wild stick is my favorite, and that's the reason, is because it never sticks. It's always malleable. Like, look how creamy and just delicious my skin looks right now. Like, I love it. Okay. For concealer, I'm going to use Age Rewind, an oldie but a goodie. I love this stuff. This one's loved and only halfway empty. I'm going to put a dent into that today. Just starting in all the usual places. I kind of roll it under the eyes in that spot right there. And then bring it down the nose, like so. And then I go here to lift the eye. Yes. To lift the mouth. Yes. Highlight the chin. Highlight the lip. Tip of the nose. Between the eyes. The T. I do a T because I'm kind of like that, because the shape of my forehead, right? And then just a little bit sort of on these, on my jaw out here, because the same thing, I want to kind of like bring that to the front and make my jaw look nice and prominent. And then we're going to go in with the Beauty Blender and use the blend tint first. Okay, and just lightly blend that into the cream contour we just did. I always keep like a paper towel literally like in my hand. I do want to kind of like chisel it out today a little bit, you know? So I'm going to keep these pretty tight to the places that I put them. I'm going to flip it over and use the pointy end to create this line. Okay, I'm going to turn it so I get like a cleaner part of it. Again, just like really taking my time, blending everything together, picking up excess product. Like, I want to move my face around a little bit too, so it can like push into the fine lines that I've got. Go back to the blend end and just go around all those edges. Oh, it's lovely. I've given it a chance to sit down a little bit. We're going to use the Sheglam loose powder. This is called the Baked Glow Setting Powder. Light pink is the one that I got. It's not very like pink or anything. I'd say it's a translucent powder, but the glow in it is so pretty. So we're going to pick up on a kabuki brush, which is super dense, and I got a tapered one like this. Or you could use your beauty blender. A lot of people use their sponge for this, their damp sponge, and just go in, just like I did with this brush. And then press and tap, just laying that powder in on top. This is baking. So I'm going to pick up more of that and press again in the same spot. Lots and lots and lots of powder. So basically we're just giving it a chance. I'm gonna go down my nose to set in and not only like dry your cream and liquid products, but warm with your skin and bring all of those products into like one master layer, you know, like in my opinion, it's kind of like compressing a whole bunch of files in Photoshop, you know? It's like, then it's permanent. Whatever you got going on at that point is permanent. And I mean like 8-10 hours permanent. So I mostly did my makeup and stuff for work when I was bartending, and I really needed it to last. So that's how and why I got into baking in the first place. And I love that they did it under the eyes, because I've always had dark circles and I always thought more coverage, more coverage, more coverage. But when I learned to properly layer my makeup, oh, game changer. So that's the areas that I bake in under the eyes and around the nose. Now I'm going to go down my smile lines. Just like that. Make sure I really tuck in. If you have like deep pockets on the side of your nose, make sure you really tuck into there. And if you're doing somebody else's makeup, same thing. Now I'm going to kind of like blend this all and press it around, very light pressure, just kind of tapping a whole bunch of it like around the mouth. I basically want to set the whole mouth right to my lip line. And because this is like a translucent powder, all of the contouring we did with the bronzer underneath will still show through. Then I'm going to do just a little bit on that same kind of area in my forehead and drag it very lightly to the tip of the nose and put a good amount there. So that's that. Then I'm going to press out the eyelids. I always have creases in my eyelids at this point. Press those out, and with whatever's left on my brush, which is a lot of powder, like we just baked with it, so there's quite a lot, I'm just gonna press out the eyelid. This isn't so much baking as it is setting down the eyelid. So now we're all prepped for our eyeshadows and stuff. I don't typically use eyeshadow primers. I've always just used my concealer. And then I'm going to blend just that nose contour out and still just leave it there to bake. I am going over the brows as well because I got some bushy, crazy brows going on right now. So it just makes it easier if they're not slippery, because I'm not doing like a serious brow today. Then I'm going to go into this fluffier brush with, again, a bit of a taper because I want to get a nice sharp edge. And I'm going to pick up that same powder, quite a lot of it, because I want to be able to draw a line from the corner of my mouth right up to my ear and just kind of lightly blend that. And then I use this to just kind of like fluff these lines so it's not so harsh like around my eyes. And that's that for baking. We're gonna let that all bake and just sit there for a little while we set the rest of the face. I'm gonna switch out to a more natural colored powder that has, again, not heavy coverage. It's not like a foundation powder or anything. I'm going to use a loose powder today from Makeup Revolution called Lace. That's the color of it. So I love this one. It's very affordable and you can get it online. Another recommendation would be the Maybelline ones, the Fit Me powders. Those are really good for this too. And I used to use the pressed powder for this quite a bit. I'm just going to put some of this on a paper towel and use my big fluffy brush to pick some of that up. Yeah, so depending on how much coverage you're looking for, you can use a pressed powder as well. Foundation powders are great if you use like a nice fluffy brush to apply it like this, because you can really kind of like thin it out and make it blend really, really nicely. So I'm just gonna dab this all over the face to start. I'm kind of like sitting back in my chair and leaning forward as well, because I do have like an outfit on, so I'm not trying to get like powder and makeup all over like a white, you know, top or fluffy. So until this is set down, I'm basically just dabbing like this, but very quickly and lightly dragging. A little bit more. And now that everything is set down and I can feel that there's no more tacky spots, we're gonna lightly buff this whole thing out. I really do go like section by section when I do this, and I think it makes such a difference on like a nice clean base that lasts for hours and hours and doesn't have any harsh lines or anything, but also just looks really smooth and blended in. It's like a massage for your face. If you have like a good little brush and you actually enjoy it, like it's like a little massage. And I love this part. I've always loved this part. Especially around the mouth and the nose and stuff like that. Like, again, I like to like move my face around and stuff so that everything has a chance to kind of like settle into lines and then be buffed out so that it looks nice and clean no matter how long you wear the makeup. Oh, feels amazing. Okay, loving that. For bronzer today, ooh, I'm gonna show you guys in a second if I can sort myself out here. I don't want to like have any like scratches across my cheek. If you've ever done that with like a nail or something, catch an edge, you know. We're gonna use a Milani combo today, and then we'll jump right back into Wet n Wild. Why am I struggling so hard? Okay, the bronzer and the blusher. The rose blushes are so beautiful. I got Tea Rose number 8, and then for bronzer we're gonna use number 2 Sun Kissed in the silky matte bronzer. That is key, okay? So this one is matte AF, and I love that about it because literally everything I use is not matte. So this is going to be our one matte product today. I might even use a little bit of Luminoso on top of that rose blush because I have it sitting right beside me. And then you already know the highlighter is going to be Precious Petals. Do you know the highlighter is going to be Precious Petals, or do you need to know about Precious Petals? Tell me. I'll help you if you don't know, because now you know. It's one of my faves. It's just so pretty, and you can do so much with it, especially like if you can use it as an eyeshadow and wet it, whether you want like a really high impact look. I just feel like it's so multifaceted for your everyday, but also for like when you want to kick it up a notch. I love a highlighter that can do both, so yes. Okay, again, going for a nice chiseled bronze look today. It really doesn't come up so much on camera, so I'm not gonna like, I might look a little pale on camera, but YouTube does whatever the fuck it wants these days, and that's just fine. That's fine. My MacBook Pro can totally break on me, and then YouTube can just start changing things. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm doing the wiggle technique, so we're gonna name it the wiggle technique. Ba, 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 back and forth on the nose. Yep, that's how I do it. And then across the eyes a little bit. Sure, why not? Got some neck showing today. Give some good neck. Yeah, do you like my fluffy top? Wait until you guys see the Shein haul that I'm about to post. Okay, I'm filming it for you. I was supposed to film for it yesterday for the last makeup tutorial, but I couldn't. I lost the lighting. It was a whole thing. New setup. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm filming it for you today, and these pieces, not the necklace, but the shirt and the thing that I'm struggling with right now, and the button up. Oh god, oh god, oh god, there's so many good things coming in this haul. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed already, because you don't want to miss that one, especially if you've been unsure about shopping Shein. I'm going to tell you why you must. I'm going to add my highlighter first today, because I'm going to do many layers of highlighter. No, I'm just kidding. I do about 2 typically just at the end to clean it up while I'm doing my eyes, especially if I have like a dark or kind of dramatic eye going on. My highlighter brush always gets kind of used to flick away stuff, so there's that as a second layer, but I'm actually going to kind of put this layer underneath. I wanted to put on a liquid highlighter today and I forgot, so we're going to put this underneath before we go into our blushes, just in the usual places. A little less on the chin than we're going to put on the nose, but quite a bit. I love the glow on the tip of the nose. Yes, I do. I know they said like it was a dead trend. Maybe I just saw a stupid video, but pretty sure it's like a dead trend, and I'm like, I will never let it go. I love it too much. And then I'm going to put a little between my eyes today, and in the inner corner, whatever's left on my brush, just blending that around to bring light in there. Really not sure what I'm doing on the eyes yet. We'll get there, I guess. We'll get there. Again, the Tea Rose. Ow. Number 8 for the blush, using a flat brush because I really want to like pack this on. It's such a subtle blush, but it is buildable and it's so pretty. If you're looking for that kind of like powdered pink effect, ooh, 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 ooh. I don't necessarily know that I want to try other colors in this particular blush. Because when I do like a coral or something deeper like a mauve, not like a nude mauve, like a mauve, I like a little bit more pigment to play with as opposed to the powdery effect, which can, especially in the season, can really dry you out. So when I do powdery blushes like this, I like to stick to the like classic from Maryland to who's Glam that I can't think of, Taylor. You know, from Maryland to Elizabeth Taylor. Okay, let me get my shit together here. Should we do Luminoso? I think so. We're going to add in a little bit of the OG Milani Luminoso. I love YouTubers like Samantha, if you guys know Samantha from Vancouver, who still talk occasionally, or at least they used to, about how the formulation for Milani Luminoso changed years and years ago now, and it's still sad. It still makes us sad, because the old formula was bomb diggity. And it's just like really weird and highlighty now, but pretty sometimes. So I'm gonna do a shit ton of that right here on this part of my cheek. Now, if you have texture and stuff on your cheeks, you might not want to add a whole bunch of highlighter like this, because this blush is literally like a highlighter with color in it. You might not want to add just a shit ton of this to your cheeks like I'm going to, but we're doing it today. And then I'm gonna blend this so it doesn't look quite as metallic as it does. I'm gonna layer it with more of the rose blush to take down some of that silvery kind of metallic on the cheek, which is a lot. I don't even really have texture, but you gotta be careful with these babies. I might even grab the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter, my gold one, because I have rose gold and the gold. I might even grab the gold one to warm this up, but first we have to see what we're gonna do with the eyes, which I'm really not sure. So the real exciting moment of today is these Essence palettes. Aren't they so fucking adorable? I'm not usually a huge fan of like mini palettes. I'm like, give me a beefy one, you know, I want like a fucking Artistry palette, like I'm Bob Ross, give me my fucking huge ass paint palette. But I just thought these were so adorable, and every time I see new Essence stuff I have to look at it. So I've already done a few swatches with these. I hope you can see that good. I'll cover the mirror. I always forget I have mirrors. Isn't that so awesome that they come with a mirror though? Like shit, and it's like a nice mirror too. Like it's a big chunky, like I can legit, I can't believe I haven't been using this. This is legit. So that's the first set of colors. Let me show you them side by side. So that's what we're going to be playing with today. I did decide that we're going to go with the Dancing Green palette. And I'm going to do the Ice Ice Baby, the blue palette, with another look, because I really want to do like a full icy look. That's going to be so fun. I even have some white paint I might use for that. So fun. I'm just going to put some lip gloss on. I'm going to use the Fenty Gloss Bomb, favorite. I'm just going to wipe all the foundation off my lips. A bit of Grass. Oh, the headband is already giving me a headache. Do you guys like headbands? Do they give you a fucking headache? They give me a headache like hardcore. I always use them though when I'm doing my makeup. Let's find some brushes today that we are going to use. Yes. I'm gonna use some rando brushes, a BH Cosmetics one for blending. It's gonna be like my smaller, sort of more precision brush. And then I'm gonna use a fluffier brush. This one I got in an Ipsy bag. I don't have Ipsy anymore, but I used to and I loved it. I'm gonna try and stick just to the Essence palette and we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna use this cute ass little mirror that comes with it as well. So we're gonna start first and foremost with this color right here. I know you guys are gonna be blinded by the light. We're gonna start with this color right here as our transition color. Just pick up, I'm gonna swirl and see. Oh yeah, that's powdery. Goes. So that's like a gray sort of tone, not very warm. So I'm definitely going to go into the Madison Beer palette in a second and get something a little bit warmer, but this is a perfect sort of contour shade to keep in the crease like that. Give that a good tap off because I don't want too much pigment. I want to be able to blend it around quite a bit. Itchy. Okay, just like that. Trying to keep that sort of tight to the crease-ish. Okay, and let's just go into the Madison Beer palette real quick. I'm gonna kind of bounce back and forth and just get like a little bit on each and try to like mute down this color a bit. See how that goes. For warming this up just a touch, just towards like the brow bone like this. Like I want all up in here to be just like a little bit warmer than it is. I'm gonna do the same mix again. There we go. See how that's just warming it up a little bit and bringing that up and out. I'm gonna do the same from this side. So I can look in this mirror. So starting in the crease and to drop in the color and then blending it up and out towards when there's like nothing left on your brush. So because we're blending colors together and kind of like making up our own as opposed to like just finding the perfect crease color, it can be a little bit trickier. So just take it in layers and make sure you have a good look back and forth between your two eyes to get that first layer like down. You really want to have your first kind of like dramatic layer like this like really well blended out before you start like creating dark shadows, because you don't want to like take your dark shadows and blend those all the way up to the brow bone trying to blend the original colors out. So really just take your time with those first sort of dramatic depth. Drama. Okay, so I'm gonna take a precision flat brush. This is a blending brush as well, but it's completely flat on one side. I'm going to pack in that crease color that we just used. I'm going to pat this all over the lid. Not completely to the inner corner, but pretty dang close. And then I'm not going to go up into the crease quite yet. Just want to see, ooh, yeah. I wanted to see what kind of pigment we can get with it if we layer it. Now, the reason I'm really blowing the excess product off is because I've already done all of my base makeup and I really don't want any like shadowy colors dropping below my eyes. Oh my god, I did so much to avoid having shadows under my eyes today, so don't want to go fucking that up now. Now I'm going to take this into the crease just a little bit and start giving my eyes kind of like a lifted effect. I'm going to do that by looking down into my mirror so that I can tuck it right into that crease. And again, this is a blending brush, so if I have any excess product in my brush, because I really packed it in there, I can now tap that out and go and blend that edge so it doesn't go too much farther up, but also blends nicely into what we already had going on, which was this color. I'm going to keep it nice and lifted on these outer edges here by blending my brush up, 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 kind of the same way you do with like your bronzer, up, 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 and just keeping my finger like pressed into it so I really know where those lines are. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, before that gets too blown out and too crazy, I'm going to go back into the big fluffy blending brush and I'm going to clean up that edge. Actually, I'm going to take my highlighting brush and just flick away anything that has fallen. Make sure it doesn't stick. Okay, and then go in with that big fluffy blending brush and just clean up that edge. Now, I haven't added any extra product or anything like that. I'm just using the brush and then wiping it off because this one's a little bit dark, so I don't want to pick up that product and move it around too much. That color is pretty dark for the lightest transition color, but it gives you some depth. You can do a lot with it. It's pretty exciting. Okay, we are getting there. I'm just gonna keep blending around this edge because it's gone a little crazy. Okay, there we go. Better. Make sure it's not coming too close to that inner corner. Okay, and then just cleaning off that brush again. I'm going to do the same thing with the precision brush, the other smaller blending brush that I was using. Clean that one off. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with this gorgeous green color. I'm going to go under the eyes with that one. To use this, it's my Ray Ray collection brush. It's just like a small, fluffy blending brush. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of that and just tap it off because, again, I don't want fallout. Okay, now we've got some drama going on here. I love this. I love this color. These shadows are so buttery soft. It's unbelievable. Keep that again nice and lifted in that outer corner. Bring it into the crease when we get there. And there's almost nothing left on the brush. Keep it nice and lifted out here, just flicking until it comes out in a nice blended line, and just putting just a little bit of that into the crease, creating those lines to start. Okay, then we're going to go into that flat blending brush once again, tapping off all the excess. We're going to add a little bit of green out here. Keep blending till we've got a nice soft mix of green, kind of keeping it at that same angle on both sides. Right in the crease. This brush will do the work for you, so as long as you keep the lines and just keep going over and over and over nice and soft, it'll do all your work for you. Blending this part of the crease out now. Bringing kind of whatever is mixed together color-wise on this brush in and through. We're getting there. Getting there. Okay, and then we're going to take this very gently underneath. Wipe off the excess. Gently underneath, making sure we keep it nice and tight. Wipe off the excess. Okay, blending that fully now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Clean blending brush. Blend that all together and around. Ooh. Oh, I feel like Catwoman. Oh God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the colors. They're so pretty. I'm going to keep it pretty chill from here on out. I'm going to use this glitter shadow right here. I'm going to go in with my finger. And we're going to see how that looks. One swipe. Ooh. It's very gold, which is perfect. So I'm going to keep the gold nice and tight in the center just for now, dabbing it around as opposed to swiping it on. I don't want too much gold. I want to keep this look nice and dark. So if I swiped it, I would get so much more of like a foiled effect. Whereas I don't mind that in the center lid right there, and then blending it around is fine. But I'm not trying to get like a full crazy ass gold foil look going on right now. I love that dark shadow all over the lid. I think it's so stunning. So bringing this into the inner corner a little bit for some drama. You can see that. You can kind of just like feel it with your finger, you know? Okay, that bronzy color is so gorgeous. I want to put it under the eyes as well. So I'm just going to clean off whatever's left of the green from this little fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in and pick that up. We're going to see how it looks dry. Starting it here and dragging it to about halfway, just kind of lightly blending it when you get to the green. Yeah, it's got high impact, even blending it with the brush. It gets, yeah, it's got a gorgeous foiled effect. So if you press on it, then you get like more of a foil, or if you blend it, you get sort of like a softer airbrushed effect. Me likey. Okay, blend, clean, blend, clean. I'm gonna go all the way around this time because I really want to clean up that inner corner. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. The last thing that I want to do is this little bad boy. I don't even know where to start. Is it cream? What is it? Let's read it. It's a glitter single. Used on the eyes or the lips. Shut up. It's called Brass. Color icon. That's all it says. Okay, it's dry. No, it's cream. It's cream. It's a creamy. It's basically a very creamy glitter formula. Let's press it out and see. Definitely not putting this sticky shit on my eyes right now. I'm so glad. I really thought it was like a powder, but it's kind of got like a lip gloss. You know how like lip gloss with glitter and it can be like kind of gritty, almost like sandy. It's kind of got that effect. But if you really blended it, I'm just trying to see here. If you really blended it, I feel like that could be really pretty. Hold on one second. Just before I make a mess. Especially with the glitter. It is, it's a gorgeous glitter. So that is how that looks. I don't know about putting that on my ass right now. Well, it's Christmas time, so to hell with it, you know? We're gonna put a little bit of glitter on our damn eyeballs. It's like a creamy glitter. Oh god, that's taking, oh god, no. Nope, nope, nope. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. It's taking everything off the eye, like it's pulling it instead of... Okay, so we have to add a little bit of cream now to this one because that's what we got going on, but that's okay. We're gonna make like almost like a cut crease effect with it. Meaning keeping it in that like cut crease place, you know? The glitter is gonna be there now, so we might as well allow this to happen. And actually get some glitter on there. Why am I not getting glitter on there? Okay, whatever, I tried that. We're gonna use the color Pisces from the Madison Beer palette. I'm gonna use the compact blending brush that I was using before for the green and the crease so that I can pick up just a shit ton of this color. Oh, it's not called Pisces, it's Banana. Just kidding. We're gonna use the color Banana. I forgot Pisces is the one right beside it. And just dab that. So this is gonna be a little bit more bronzy than I was hoping to go today, but it's cool as long as it's still dark. I'm gonna dab that all over. So basically I'm just trying to like set down this creamy sort of product that we've got on the eyes, and it will create like a cool bronzy kind of effect, which is cool. I just want to stick to the earthy kind of tones today. Something neutral. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. That's pretty. It's not so bad. Thank you, Madison Beer palette, for saving me yet again from another non-disaster. But what the fuck am I going to use that for? I can tell you right now, probably nothing. So if you want that and you know me, message me, okay? Okay. our little cheek. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with that, but we'll wash that off later. Inner corner, yes, I definitely want to use the light color for the inner corner, something very, very simple. I'm gonna pretend there wasn't a bunch of shadow on that, and make this light. It's like a matte kind of, it's like a satiny kind of shadow, which will be perfect right now because there's already enough glittery stuff going on. I don't need this one. If it were like totally matte, it would be kind of but it's got a pretty kind of shimmer to it that'll do to bring all the light into the inner corner like that I need. So my eyes don't like look crazy close together. And then just a touch of that on the brow bone as well. And then I'm gonna blend those together slightly. Okay, that'll do. Final blend of everything together. Oh god. Well, it turned into like, this. It is what it is. I'm going to use the Essence Liquid Ink eyeliner. I love this one. This is my favorite one from Essence. What's going on with my poor little hair today? And then we'll get into brows. If you've never seen me do a wing, well, it's not very exciting, but here we are, okay? So this one's a bit of a thicker brush, which is why I like it, because it doesn't take me as long to do my wing, and it's like so black. Okay, and then as per usual, before I completely finish the first one off, I go in and I build the second one. Killing my shoulder. Make sure you breathe while you're doing your wings, or you will never get there, my girl. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to darken up any spots that are still not fully saturated with it. We're breathing again. I could go deeper with it, but I'm just gonna leave it there. I think like with a look like this, with like a heavy under eye, almost like the reverse cat eye thing, I think it would look so good with like layers and layers and layers of mascara instead of falsies and like a thick ass wing. But today I want to keep it pretty simple. I love how I'm catching right now the reflect of that banana shade because it was kind of like on a cream, almost like wet. That eyeshadow is just popping so hard right now, and it's got the most beautiful like bronze and green and gold. So it's always nice to take your eyeshadows and use them in ways that you don't always use them, because you're going to see new things that you love about them and you'll get to enjoy them in more ways. Okay. I forgot to say I'm using the Essence. What is this called? Lash Princess. This one. I think it was Bailey Sarian who recommended this, and I was just in the market for something different. And when I heard her recommend it, I was like, don't I have that one? And I couldn't remember why I hated it. So I decided to give it another go, and I think it's just like the curved brush. I'm not used to a curved brush, so it was kind of weird to get used to, but you know how you just get used to stuff and you're like, oh, it's my favorite, but realistically, you just got used to it. It's not even like it's so much better or anything like that. So I really like this one. I've been enjoying it. I'm definitely going to finish up the whole tube before I pick up a different one. So that's a good sign. That usually, other than my classic, please tell me you know it if you've seen more of my videos, Lash Sensational from Maybelline in Black is Black. That's definitely my OG ride or die, but it was just nice to have another go-to product. And when it comes to makeup, tell me if you're like this too. I would love to know. When it comes to makeup, I try not to only have one ride or die just in case it gets discontinued. It's like literally the most devastating thing ever sometimes when one of your literal ride or die products gets discontinued, and then you're like, wait, like I don't have anything to replace you though. What do I do now? What do I do now? That's happened to me way too many times, so just not down for that. Okay, let's whip through this one. So I'm kind of on like an Essence rampage right now. So the micro pencil, it's an eyebrow pencil. It's called Micro Precise. And it's waterproof. I'm using number 03 dark brown from Essence. And then the Essence Make Me Brow eyebrow gel mascara with filling fibers. And this one is number 02 brownie brows. Love that. The only thing with this one, yeah, I do love the retractable and kind of like pre-sharpened, but it doesn't have a spoolie, so I'm just gonna use a little spoolie from another pencil. I also always have like spoolies around too, just like extra spoolies, so any spoolie will do for that. I'm gonna do a very very simple fill in today, with no real definition and just adding a little bit of darkness. So I'm kind of doing like these little circles. As you can see, it's kind of like crazy. What I love about this pencil is it's a waxy kind of pencil, so when you put it on, it's quite dark. But what I love about it is when you blend it out with the spoolie, it just looks so stunning. You can really put it on lightly, or when you get close to the tail, you can like press on it a little bit and get a little bit more dark. bit more after if I need to, but I'm going to go into the brow gel now with the fibers and just brush the front straight up all the way to the arch almost. I start to curve it a little bit when I get to the arch and then fully at the tip. Just for now, I know it looks wet and crazy, but it'll dry. I'm gonna do the same on this side. So just brushing it straight up at the front and then slowly out, and then at the tail, nice and tight. Ooh, look at that. It's a nice little bushy brow right there. I just picked this up from Covergirl, and I have a lip liner to go with it. It's like this really pretty kind of brown color. Let's have a look. Yeah. I've used it before and I really liked it, so I want to use this one again. Let me just find the lip liner for it. There. Okay, so I got the Covergirl Exhibitionist lip liner to go with this one in Caramel Nude, and then I got the 24-Hour Matte Covergirl lipstick in Soloist number 690. So liner. Oh my god, a huge chunk of it as I took the lid off just like went flying. That much. We're gonna throw that piece out because that was just on the floor, and then there was another piece which is also now gone. Let's see if we can get some of this back. Okay. Trying again. Do you see what's happening right now? I'll just push that back in. I'm loving this whole vibe right now. It's so Christmas, but we're still in fall. I love the fall tones, the earth tones to it. This lip is amazing. It's actually like matte, like it dried out so fast. This is the final look. We had a bit of a mishap with that creamy eyeshadow, but outside of that, I mean, wow, everything was phenomenal. I'm definitely going to do a little bit more with the Essence palette, so hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for that if you guys want to see a little bit more from those palettes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm into doing chit chats right now, but I will have some shorter content out for you guys, like reels and stuff like that. I love like the 15-second show me what products you're using right now makeup tutorials. They're not really tutorials in that sense, but you do get to see what people are using and how it's looking on the, I just love them so much. Reels are definitely my jam. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. That's EBINOTTIbeauty on Instagram if you guys are interested in just other forms of content from me. Again, thanks for hanging out. Hit that thumbs up button if you really enjoyed the video, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah. I forgot to say too, the nail polish, it's gel polish that I bought and did a manicure for myself at home, and I'm just loving that. So I got the Model 1's lipstick series. It's like a little kit of gel polishes. So obsessed. You guys are going to see so much more of these 3 colors plus the other 3 colors that are in the collection. So if you want to check that out, I will have it linked down below for you guys. There's also a video on the channel you can go check out if you want to see just me unboxing or me doing my nails or anything like that. So make sure you hang out on the channel and check out other videos.